South Jamaica, baby, they made me to be the greatest. Serving the deed of my creators. Fresh off of my high haters. It's the king again. Magdalene, chauffeured, bragging and boasting. Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Dollars. It's another day, another dollar video. Welcome back to the channel. This is my reaction to My Hero Academia episode 10. Last time, is it episode 10 or 9? Oh no, we're on 10. So yeah, we left off with the villains popping up while they were doing a training course to save people that are like in like natural disasters and stuff like that. They were doing a rescue training and these villains popped up out of a portal. I want to say it's like an interdimensional portal, but I'm not 100% sure. So it looks like this is going to be a great episode. I don't really got too much else to say, so let's hop right into it.
Perplexing. According to the schedule we retrieved from UA, All Might should be here as well.
They stole the schedule.
Scumbags used the press as a cover and sneaked onto campus.
That's wild.
I went through the trouble of bringing so many friends who were eager
They
to meet.
all after All Might.
All Might, the great symbol of peace. I can't believe he's not here. Maybe if I kill a few kids, he'll come out to play.
That day, we learned what the pro heroes are really up against. The darkness they face to keep us safe. We looked at these villains.
Yo, this villain is freaking creepy with them hands all over him. Feel like I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen, huh?
How could so many of them get into a UA facility this secure?
Yeah, 13. Why aren't the alarms going off?
Good question. I'm not sure.
Is the entire campus under attack? Or is this their only target? Either way, if the alarm sensors aren't being triggered, then one of these villains must have a quirk that's masking their presence here. But they've thought this out. Whatever their plan, they must have a concrete objective in mind. But what is it?
Y'all better work together to stop them, though.
Get them out of here, and alert the main campus. Actually, if they've got the ability to block our sensors, then they might be jamming our regular communications too.
Y'all on your own.
What are you gonna do? You can't fight them on your own. There's too many of them. Even if you can nullify their quirks, your fighting style's not suited for this. Your power works best in stealth and one-on-one fights. That's not gonna help with a group.
You can't be a pro if you only have one trick.
Ooh.
Shooting squad, take your aim!
Didn't our intel say it was just gonna be 13 and All Might out here? Who's that?
Don't recognize him. But if he thinks he can take us down easy, he's dead.
Let's shut him down!
My quirk! Where are my bullets?
Nice. Y'all can't even use y'all quirk against them.
A pro! He can cancel your quirks just by looking at you!
Cancellation? Bet you can't erase the quirk of a heteromorphic type like me, can you?
Yeah, you're right. But a villain like you is only dangerous if you can reach me. Good thing. I've taken measures to make sure that never happens.
Yo, Eraserhead is nice.
He's making it hard for us to work together or rely on each other's powers. How annoying. The worst thing about dealing with pros is when they live up to all their hype.
I feel like he has like a personal history with Eraserhead because he knows a lot about him.
Oh, he's holding them off. I guess I shouldn't have underestimated him.
This is no time to be analyzing. We have to go.
Bro, all them students with powers and they running away.
It's a pleasure to meet you. We are the League of Villains. I know it's impolite, but we decided to invite ourselves into this haven of justice to say hello. And besides, isn't this a fitting place for All Might, the symbol of peace, to take his last breath?
Oh shit.
He was supposed to be here today, and yet I see no sign of him. There must have been some sort of change in plans we could not have foreseen. Well, in the end, I suppose it doesn't matter. I still have a role to play.
They're not disciplined. They just popped off without even knowing what the situation is, bro.
You live up to your school's reputation, but you should be more careful, children. Otherwise, someone might get hurt.
You two, get out of the way right now!
13 is gonna die, probably.
I
What's going on?
Oh, so he could send you in different places, like portals and shit.
He must have a warping quirk. They came here to kill All Might. I guess it's a good thing he's not in class right now.
Why would you put him above water, though? You should have just threw him above the freaking city.
What the heck?
First catch of the day. Nothing personal, kid, but you gotta die.
Oh, yeah, she good in water.
For a frog, you've got some pretty big boobs, Sue. Perfect floaties.
You saved my life, Asui.
I told you to call me Sue.
Suyu Asui. Her quirk, frog. It's pretty self-explanatory. She could basically do anything a frog can.
She's like Toad from X-Men.
I keep thinking about what that villain said.
All Might was supposed to be here today, and yet I see no sign of him. There must have been some sort of change in plan.
They knew our whole schedule and who would be here.
I wonder what else they know.
While we were all stuck in the cafeteria, the teachers were busy trying to get the media off school grounds.
They did their homework on y'all. Probably know y'all weaknesses.
Hey, hold on a second! It's not like these guys can really kill All Might. Once he shows up, he'll pound these villains until there's nothing left!
Think about it, though. If the villains spent so much time planning this attack, then they probably figured out a way to kill him.
True. They wouldn't have made a move unless they knew they could win.
Or about not getting tortured to death. Otherwise, we might not survive long enough to see All Might again. And even if he does show up, who knows if he'll make it out in one piece.
You bastards! I'll enjoy eating you!
Damn, how many water villains is that?
Asui might be right. If they're here for All Might, they may have a way to defeat him. They wouldn't have planned this attack if they didn't. But why him out of all the heroes?
Because he's the strongest one.
Courageous villains and evil? Because he's the one and only symbol of peace and
the
justice?
symbolism, yeah. He's like their Superman.
Actually, it doesn't matter.
Young man, you too can become a hero. Come on, fanboy! Show me that fighting spirit!
I don't care what their reasons are.
They gotta be stopped.
I have to focus.
Fear not, citizens! Hope has arrived! Because I am here!
I have to face this evil. Head on!
Okay.
Eat him. Then we have to stop whatever it is these bad guys are planning. We have to work together and keep All Might safe.
It's like one of my favorite episodes so far. Because there's a lot of action in it.
Aren't you embarrassed to lose to a child? For God's sake, you're adults. Put up a real fight.
They going up against some real villains too, so this has got to be better than freaking the rescue training they was about to do. Looks like they winning too.
Can't get through to 13 or Aizawa. Then again, they are teaching. Unlike me, I'm neglecting my duties because I spent the entire morning commute being heroic. An amateur move. What was I thinking?
You was being a hero.
Say something inspiring at the end. I get a good 10 minutes out of my hero form.
So how long does it take him to regenerate?
Time to join my student.
Hold your horses.
Damn.
Hello, Nezu, sir.
That's me. The one who could be a mouse or a dog or a bear, though the only important thing is... I'm the principal!
Your fur looks especially well-groomed and glossy today, sir.
The secret is keratin. I'm not sure that humans can get this kind of lustrous shine.
Keratin.
Later. Look at the news. Shall I read it to you? It says you resolved 3 incidents in just 1 hour. The fault mainly belongs to the ruffians who still cause trouble in this city despite you being here. But you also have to learn not to react every time you hear of an incident.
That's kind of hard, bro. Like if you have the power to save somebody and you don't act and they die, that's going to be on your conscience.
You insist on remaining the symbol of peace, and the only way you can justify staying out of the spotlight is by teaching. That's why I gave you this job. Oh dear, you're smoking. That can't be good. It looks like you need to stay here in the lounge and relax a little while longer. The other teachers will understand. They're more than capable. But now that you are a teacher here, All Might, I really do wish you'd prioritize your students over your hero work. They deserve it. After all, there are plenty of other hero agencies working throughout the city.
Yeah, you're right, Principal.
Well, that's a good point. There are other heroes out there.
Now, actually, if you don't mind.
Even if you went now, you'd have to return almost right away. So you might as well stick around and listen to some of my teaching philosophies. They could prove to be useful.
This is turning into a lecture.
Here, drink up.
He's always so long-winded whenever there's tea involved. And I'm still a little concerned that I couldn't get in touch with 13 or Aizawa.
Yeah, you gotta know that something is not right.
As viewed through the lens of ethical quirk use.
You know, you haven't changed much all these years either, sir.
They're gonna have to find something that lets him use his power longer later.
Where is everyone? They've been scattered across the facility, but our classmates are still here.
What do we do? The guy's not affected by physical attacks and can apparently teleport stuff?
Run to the school and tell the faculty what's going on here. The alarms aren't sounding, and our phones and radios are useless right now. One of these villains must be to blame. Even though Eraserhead is canceling people's quirks left and right, we're still completely sealed off from the outside world. Likely whoever is causing this interference hit as soon as they warped into the USJ. They could be anywhere, impossible to hunt down. It'll be faster for you to run and get help than for us to find whoever's jamming everything.
That's a fact. He's like the Flash.
Go emergency exit. There are lots of alarms outside. That's why they're keeping all of us trapped inside the USJ, right?
They're gonna keep calling him Emergency Exit. That's gonna be his hero name?
Use your quirk to save others. Be a real hero.
For real, being a hero is not always about fighting either.
Even if this is your only option, are you really foolish enough to strategize in front of your enemy?
It won't matter if you know what we're planning or not when I'm done with you. Black hole!
I don't know if that's gonna work though.
These guys might be able to kill All Might, and you think we can take them? Did you hit your head when we got warped here? The best.
Medora got stuck with the worst one, bro.
Save us!
Think about it. Those villains down there clearly have an advantage in the water, and assume that's where we'll fight.
Are you even listening?
Well, they could sink the boat.
But for a group with such careful planning, there's one thing that really sticks out to me, something that just doesn't add up. They sent you here, Asui. Whoops, I meant Sue! Yeah! They probably separated us because they didn't know what we could do, and planned to overpower us once we were in smaller groups. Easier to pick us off one by one. We can use that to our advantage.
Yeah, definitely got the advantage right now. Element of surprise.
Powerful. Look, none of them are trying to climb into the boat. That proves they're a little unsure. But that means they're not going to underestimate us either. They're being smart and playing it safe.
One thing about Medora, he's very analytical. I like how he analyzes situations.
Obviously, I can jump high and cling to pretty much any wall. And of course, there's my tongue. I can stick it out about 20 meters.
Hey, yo.
Oh yeah, and I can spit out my stomach so I can clean it. That's not really useful.
Ugh.
Finally, I also secrete a toxic mucus. It just stings a bit.
Secrete mucus?
We can probably only use my jumping and my tongue here. Forget about the last things.
I figured you were powerful, but that's crazy. I'm strong, but it comes at a price. Once I use my power, I'm pretty much out of commission.
Facts.
Edged sword until I can control it.
I've got these sticky balls. Their strength varies. Depending on how I'm feeling, they might stick to something a whole day. They grow back as fast as I can pull them off.
What the hell are we gonna do with that?
Oh, and they don't stick to me. I just bounce right off them.
Useless. He's so useless, bro.
Don't look at me like that! This is why I said we should wait for the real heroes! My quirk is totally unfit for battle and we're gonna die!
How the hell you even get into that school with that whack-ass quirk?
I'm starting to get bored. Let's get the show on the road.
That's was a great power. Now the ship's sinking.
Don't freak out! You gotta calm down! They'll guess your quirk!
What the hell are these things?
Wait, they're afraid to touch them.
The boat will be fully submerged in less than a minute. And once they're in the water, they don't stand a chance against us.
For fish food! So, Minetta, are you really sure the hero thing is right for you?
Shut up! I'm scared right now! We just got out of junior high a little while ago! I didn't think I'd be facing death a few days after starting UA! I can't believe I'm gonna die without ever getting to touch the hero through the build!
Listen up.
I thought Medora's whining was worse.
To make a mistake. All Might said something along those lines in a TV interview a while back.
What does that mean?
Now's our chance. We can beat them.
Poor babies sound like they're crying for their mommies up there.
Hey now, don't forget Shigaraki told us to keep our guards up. We can't judge them by how old they are, but by their quirks. They could do anything. Of course, we'll definitely have an advantage in the water, so I'm not exactly worried for us.
Come on, act like Kacchan would! Now die!
He's jumping in the water?
Even if I use a smash, I can't get them all at once when they're in a circle like that. Besides, there are still other enemies outside of the shipwreck zone, so I can't sacrifice my arm just yet. Focus!
What's he gonna do?
Ready, Minetta?
Even though he's as scared as I am, even though he's shaking, he's still going through with this.
Yup, he's inspiring you though. He got a lot of heart. Wow, that was just like a fraction of his power. Damn.
What the heck, Midoriya? How do you do it?
He only used 2 fingers.
So cool, and I'm not helping at all. Take this, you villain! You can eat my sticky ball!
These come from that kid? I can't get him off of me!
Force is applied to water's surface. The water will be pushed away, and then come rushing right back to the middle!
We're rounding them all up. Not too shabby. You guys are amazing. Both of you.
Yeah, with his strategy.
I guess we passed the shipwreck zone.
Alright, y'all, that was the reaction to episode 10. That has been my favorite episode so far. I'm loving the action. I'm loving the fact that we're now getting some more villains and we're getting some interesting things happening. Like, this is like the moment I was waiting for to see, like, just stuff happening. You know, yeah, we got them learning how to use their powers and, you know, doing classes and stuff like that. But, like, I want to get to the shits. And this was a great episode, and it still got more to go with this storyline. I wonder how many more episodes they're going to continue with this storyline, and if any of these villains are going to be villains that continuously pop up throughout the show. One thing I like about Medora is his strategic mind, and once he's able to harness his power without hurting himself, he's going to be probably better than All Might. Because with his mind and quick thinking and how he goes about approaching situations, he's able to turn situations where he doesn't look like he has the advantage, and he's able to get the advantage. Because clearly they're outnumbered. There's all these villains in the water, but you know, the fact that he was able to turn that situation to his advantage was crazy. Like I didn't know how they was gonna get out of that situation. He used 2 of his fingers, bro. And he was like, yo, I can't use my full power yet because I still may need it. So he only used his 2 fingers and he still got 3 fingers left. His hand, his arm. So I can't wait till he's able to harness all his power. Like, I can't wait to see how that goes. how that happens. But yeah, that's all I got for this episode. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed my reaction, drop a like, subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for the next one. It's your boy Dollars. I'm off this. For my time goes by, they gon' raise a nigga jersey in the sky. Treat a nigga right, big dreaming on my life. Shorty wanna get some air, I go and get her when I fly. Taking off on these niggas I retire. The minute I catch fire, I smoked them all before, just revisiting the high.